And like teenagers, you have to do one thing with them.
Train them?
Train them is correct. Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And my name is Tyler. Together we make up Kovray, a couple that loves to play board games.
And today we'll be telling you about Wyrmspan.
Well, Wyrmspan expansion, Dragon Academy. Dragon Academy is designed by Connie Vogelmann, its art is done by Clémentine Campardou, and it's published by Stonemaier Games, who kindly provided us this review copy to take a look at.
So we can share it with you. Now this is an expansion to the game of Wyrmspan, and the base game is required to play the game.
Exactly.
Now before we get into the expansion, what is Wyrmspan?
What is it?
Well, Wyrmspan is a game where you're building a sanctuary of dragons. In this game, you'll be excavating caves, you'll be enticing dragons to come into those caves, and then you'll be exploring all those caves for all their riches and glory, and more for the friendship of the dragons.
Ultimately, you're going to be wanting to perform these actions to score yourself the most points amongst everybody that you're playing with to become the best dragon sanctuary owner.
Who doesn't want a good dragon sanctuary in their life? Now, Dragon Academy adds a variety of different things that we'll be talking about in this video. Now, the best way to say it is it adds a little bit of everything.
Everything.
What does that include?
We've got new dragon cards, and we have new types of dragons. We have new objectives. We have a new board that is going to help you progress through the game a bit differently than the standard one. And of course, we have new guilds.
And don't forget about the caves and the lovely book of dragon facts. For all those that enjoy their dragon facts in Wyrmspan, the base game, it's back.
It's back.
Because there's more dragons, so you gotta get the dragon facts back in there. With that said, let's get started and let's give you a run through of what you can expect in Wyrmspan Dragon Academy.
First up, let's talk about the new main board that you're going to be looking at. I've got it right here, and you might notice some differences on this one. But basically, it provides a new income phase, and when you choose to pass, you'll take one of your workers and place it onto the available spaces, depending on which round it is. And that is what will determine your income for preparing for the next round. It's a lot different here because you used to gain 6 coins and an egg. There's a lot of different variety, which I'm sure you'll be able to see on the screen, but the 6 coins still remains on there. And there's an example that's like 5 coins and 2 eggs.
And it's really interesting that they are different in rounds 1 and 2 and round 3 too. So you have some planning ahead, and it adds that element too of, do you want to pass? Maybe you're done what you need to do, and you really, really need that extra egg or that extra guild action, or just variety of the things that are on the board. So maybe you'll pass a little bit earlier than you would have otherwise, just to get those actions.
Exactly. And there were ways, and there still are ways, to get extra coins in this game. So the nice thing about this is they've dropped it down to 5 for most of these things that you'll be grabbing. And that actually reduces the time that it takes to play the game.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. Like, you're still going to have that crunchy, grindy engine build that you're used to with Wyrmspan, but this brings it down just a notch.
I think last thing I'll add too is it does, I think before, there's sometimes players that just get a lot of coins, and there's a lot of turns that happen for those players. Well, you've already passed and you're just patiently waiting. I feel like now it feels a little bit better because now that you've passed first, you actually have a choice of something. So you're like, haha, you can continue taking your actions, but I have a strategy. I'm ahead. I know what I'm doing. I got to choose what I want to choose.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit better.
The perks of autonomy.
Next up, we do have dragons. Now, there are dragons that existed before, and they're kind of more of the same that you will see before. But there are 2 new dragon types.
Yes.
The first type we have are Fledglings.
My favorite.
Now, there's small dragons, medium dragons, large dragons, and hatchlings. And now there's Fledglings, which are essentially teenagers.
Yes.
And like teenagers, you have to do one thing with them.
Train them?
Train them is correct. You will be able to train fledglings through this game in order for them to unlock their powerful abilities. The way that will work is when they're first placed, when you explore with your adventurer on them, you'll have an opportunity to train, which is paying the cost, which is the leftmost available cost, and then placing a brown cube onto that cost. Now, as soon as all the costs for that dragon have been paid, it has been trained. You can only do this once throughout each explore action, so you may have to do it multiple times or use the abilities of other cards. But once it's unlocked, you have a new ability that you can use, either when exploring, at the end of the round, or at the end of the game. You'll have to pay attention to how all of those work and make the best of your fledglings.
And let's not forget my favorite part about these fledglings is the scoring that they offer outside of those things. They score 1 per fledgling that's on your board, so it very much skyrockets if you're able to get a lot of them. And it's a fun little strategy to chase towards if you're looking for a new thing to try out.
6 fledglings, 36 points. Heck yeah, I want that. Now the other dragon type we'll see are conditional play for free dragons.
Yeah.
Now, the way that they work is that conditionally you can play them for free.
What? Is that what that means?
Exactly. Now, there's not too many of them, but they're really interesting because they have this star, and if you meet the condition that is on the star, you're able to play them for free onto your board. You'll still have to take the entice action, you'll still have to have a cave, but they're there. They're present in all their glory, and they can help towards your game.
It gives you a bit of a strategy to head towards, especially if they're in your hand early on. You can aim to get that, and what's really nice is it forces you into like a mini strategy that will then evolve into something greater, and that's always nice to have that little mini objective to head towards.
I get fixated on them so much. As soon as I see one, I have to do it. Everything else doesn't matter. Points don't matter. I have to play this dragon for free.
And exactly, you want to play it for free because you can alternatively pay it using resources. But who wants to do that when there's a free option?
When it's free, it's just so much nicer.
Last but not least, I'll mention that there are new objectives that you get to play with, and there are new cave cards that you get to shuffle into the game.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, and I guess I forgot about guilds, which is something that we can chat about right now.
That's such an important part. There's 5 new guilds.
So we have the Gamblers Guild, the King's Guild, the Guild of Magicians, the Veterinary Guild, and the Guild of Merchants. My personal favorite is the King's Guild because it introduced the tithe, which means you have to pay resources to it when you do cross the guild track completely, or when you get the opportunity to place a cube. You'll pay some resources and you'll get a benefit. I really like that because I always have leftover resources, I feel like.
What game are you playing?
I want something to be able to spend them towards, and it feels super good to have that opportunity.
Tyler just loves his taxes.
Yeah.
I personally love the Gamblers Guild.
Of course.
It just feels so good when you do something a little bit risky and then you draw that top card and bam, it is the perfect card that you wanted. It doubles your points. It provides the perfect opportunities. It scores for an objective. Ugh, it's so good. And the Gamblers Guild does exactly that. One of the options, for example, is you draw 3 cards and choose one. Yeah. And you play for free. Who doesn't want to play it for free? Again, free is just so good.
You do really like those big moments. So.
I do. I think that's what makes games so much fun is when, most of the time it's not going to work and you're going to draw something it's not going to be great. But every now and then, it's just golden. So golden.
Well, that is Wyrmspan Dragon Academy expansion. Do you need it?
Do you need it? Do you want it?
What do you think?
Who is this one for? Well, if you like Wyrmspan, you're going to love this expansion because there's a little bit of everything to vary up your gameplay, to change up the guilds that you're playing with, to add a new dragon type, to really dive further into the world of dragons. If you love dragons, this may be the game for you. If you have not played Wyrmspan and any of this sounded interesting to you, maybe this is for you.
Beyond that, I think if you like engine builders or any games in the Wingspan dimension, this is definitely a game worth checking out. It is a little bit on the heavier side when you compare it to Wingspan, for those of you who are familiar with it, but it has that great feeling of a good engine builder where you're going to want to play it again because you were one turn away from having the most epic play.
From greatness. One turn away from greatness. Now, the most important question of the day. Does it fit into the base game?
It absolutely does, which is fantastic.
It even comes with a little tray, so you can put everything in, because there's not an initial tray, I believe, in the game. So now, there's some ways for you to store your cards and everything, and make things even more compact.
Alright, that's it for Wyrmspan Dragon Academy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here, because we love talking board games just like this.
And hit that little bell, because then you know when our next videos come out and we can all partake in the joy of board gaming.
Yeah.
Now, for our question of the day, if you were to build a cave to entice dragons to come to, what would your cave look like? Would you have a specific aesthetic or ambiance? Would it be crystals? Would it be forest trees? How would your cave look like?
My brain immediately goes to like an underground oasis, like maybe not oasis, but like forest with like a little waterfall that comes in.
Everything in my cave is made of mochi. Mochi.
A food dragon.
It's a food dragon.
Fair.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you
in the next one. Bye!